Okay, third time's the charm, right? For some reason, the hub that I have everything USB related, including the Ethernet, which I know is not USB, but shut up a moment. Everything USB related plugged into decided to disconnect, which consequently pretty much lost me all my peripherals. Oh, we're gonna have to roll one of these, aren't we? Why do they have so much defense? We're gonna push him onto the trap. This isn't the mimic, right? No, that's later. We could rescue Big Hat. We'll get him later. It comes to mind that perhaps the spear is just bad against the scales of the snakes. Flamberge. What does a flamberge even count as? Great sword. Not really interested in doing another great sword run. Ring of Steel protection is... might as well equip it. A little bit of defense. We're not doing anything else with our ring slots. Maybe we can go up. Maybe we'll make it. Maybe not. We made it! So I kind of hate this whole place. I always get lost. I never seem to find everything. And I can never find that third, or not third, that second bonfire. I know you have to, like, drop down somewhere to get it. I think there might be a hidden wall. This never works out for me. Oh boy. Great! Just what we needed. Maybe we can lure them across this? Oh, we can. Whoop. Works for me. This whole place is like the antithesis of my preferred fighting conditions. It's nothing but hallways. I suppose we could try our hand at using our pyromancy here. What the devil is going on? Alright, hang on. One day, a cleansing rain will come. We will be able to acquire graphics cards and produce working gaming rigs, but today is not that day. Oh my goodness. We were gonna hit that guy with fire, and I just walked out here without even thinking, but it somehow worked out for us. I was playing with Lepsis here once, and somebody invaded us. I'm pretty sure they won, in spite of the fact that it was 2-on-1. Yeah, so there's like... Is it here? Oh, it is. So there's that at least. Oh, so all it is you just drop off here. Okay, there's no invisible wall. Well, that's nice. You know, we could go get Ricard's rapier or whatever. One of these days I need to do a run through with that weapon. The thing is, most Ascend's Fortress is like no fun. I'm not really inclined to spend time getting all the extra stuff. We will go get the key, though. That's pretty much like a mandatory thing, so that if you happen to die against the Iron Golem, you don't have to walk all the way up. Oh no! I guess we're fine. So I think I never seem to be able to remember which golems, or not golems, but which giants respawn and which ones don't. I know the one at the very top doesn't. I think we need to take him out so that he doesn't throw... Goodbye. I think we need to take him out so he doesn't throw bombs at us while we're fighting the Iron Golem. Interestingly, giants tend to fatigue very quickly. So if you come up here and kind of just upset him... Oh, well. Generally you don't do that, but they get tired like this. And you should be able to do about 2 rounds of this. And take them out. Come to think of it, we're spending all these points on vitality, but we're not really equipped with anything heavy. Perhaps we should swap over to some heavy armor. We could equip Havel's Ring and then have some fun. It's like the heaviest gear we have, probably the elite knight stuff. We still get a fast roll? 19, so... yeah, we still have the fast roll on this. Okay. I feel like this gives us a little bit of personality. It's a little bulky, I'd like to find something else, but it'll work for now. And here's hoping we don't immediately die. So, if we were feeling particularly brave, we could fight him on that bridge and try to knock him off. But I don't really feel like we're built for lots of damage. So we're not going to try that. I honestly feel like our current build doesn't have a real theme behind it, or a real core strategy. Our strategy is just kind of have stamina, have HP, have a spear? Question mark? I guess we're pretty mobile. Oh! Knock him over! Were we even able to? Probably not. Oh, we got him! Nice. This will make things a little easier. Okay, round 2. Has anyone ever had the Golden Knight... Ow. The Iron Golem jump off the bridge? I would assume he can't, but he leaps quite far backwards. No, I think we just saw it there. He's prevented from leaping off the edge. Not fast enough. The Iron Golem also has some pretty nice music. Oh, we gotta be careful. I feel like I'm becoming complacent. Oh. Trip him up. Trip him up. Nice. Poor guy. This almost harkens back to the sort of puzzle mentality that Lepsis mentioned about the Demon Souls bosses. Like, hitting the Iron Golem a bunch in the knees to make him fall over isn't like the most advanced puzzle ever, but it's still kind of that gimmicky little remnant from Demon Souls, I feel. Where the bosses have... Oh no! His last hurrah. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we're gonna be the ones who die here. I could be wrong because I definitely don't know Dark Souls 2 as well, but I feel like they pretty much get rid of all kinds of gimmicky boss things by the time 2 rolls around. Like even things like being able to hit Quelaag in the human part of her to stun her, being able to climb up the ladder to drop down on the Taurus Demon. The Capra Demon is just a slugfest. There's no real trick there. Although I did see a video recently of somebody throwing bombs up and over the little archway that he lives in before going through the boss gate and actually killing him with fire bombs, which was fascinating. Ah yes, the glory of the false city and Orlando. Or as some people tastelessly like to call it, anal rodeo, and I can't blame them. But yeah, how many other bosses have gimmicks in this game? The Gaping Dragon, not so much, you just kind of murder it. I wouldn't call it a puzzle necessarily, but definitely with Smough and Ornstein, killing one before the other changes how the second part of the fight works. I think I've always preferred fighting Lightning Ornstein over Giant Smough.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Orlando, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you. What is it? What am I? Well,
So she says she's the keeper of the bonfire.
if not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city?
If not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city?
The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and yet never shall the keepers of these...
And she says that the bonfires lit by the firekeepers will never extinguish, but the firekeepers themselves will never meet each other, in spite of the fact that the bonfires are linked.
If you require rest, that is...
We're going to go ahead and reinforce our flask with the soul we found in Blighttown. We'll also just dump more points into vitality and endurance. So does that mean, though, that I can't ever remember who she really is? Does that mean she's legitimately been there since the reign of Gwyn? She has to know the city is fake. But we can confirm that she's not an illusion, because if you choose to dispel the illusion, she's there. Rather cross with you, really. I despise the whole city of Anne Orlando. I hate that everything about it is a lie. Of utter falsehood. For a rather long time, I played through the game thinking that everything here was real. Considering the first time I played the game, I didn't spoil anything for myself, so I just came through here like anyone would. Finished the game and was none the wiser. In spite of all that, I still prefer linking the flame. Oh, thought we could make it through his legs. Ooh, got like a double flinch there. Whoop! We're fighting a little sloppy here because we're just gonna go back and rest at the bonfire anyway. Demon Titanite. I feel like we should shoot for some weird armor this game. I think that's what I want us to define our character with. Some kind of weird armor. Do these guys drop their armor? What are they even called? This ain't your grandpa's Castlevania. The names of the enemies don't pop up when you hit them. Final Guard? No, that is a Castlevania enemy. These might as well be Final Guards. That's right. I'd forgotten before, but the trick is simply just to strafe to their right, aka our left, because their shield is 100% block, but they're wide open on their right side. Doing so also tends to avoid most of their attacks. We don't want to fight two at once. Typically the strategy is just to lure the one out and then fight them one at a time. Still, every time I try to do it, it doesn't work. Oh, we got him when he jumped. Got that green animation. There we go. That time it worked. You're fake, I think. I will admit to a definite feeling of safety fighting the Mimic at a bit of a range with this spear. Although we should probably top ourselves off, since if this thing manages to pick us up, it might one-shot us at the health we were at previously. Crystal Halberd. Alright, well there wasn't a ton of point to doing any of that, but we did it. Oops. We'll deal with you later. It's a bit of a jog if we want to go through all the parts of Anne Orlando. I can't think of anything particularly meaningful for us. We could equip Havel's gear, but I feel like equipping Havel's gear is lame. Unless you're cosplaying. Oh, what's this? Oh, sign of the Gravelord servant. I don't think that does much for us now, but if we were doing New Game Plus, it would spawn additional enemies? Something like that? Hate this thing. We could attack its tail and get another gargoyle. Tail axe. More beneficial to us is the fact that he loses the axe on the tail. I kind of feel like we should have picked a bit more interesting of a build. We're kind of just face tank the build. Like, we've made so many mistakes here. We didn't deserve to win that. Oh, right. Memory tells me there's a single chest over here. Ah. The noggin is not wrong yet. A lot of Demon Titanite that we probably don't need. Took the long way. This part is evil. I legitimately consider this upcoming part to be the second hardest part in the game. I will breathe a mighty sigh of relief if we are able to do this successfully. In my opinion, one of the best ways to do it is just to not think about it too hard. I don't know about you, but the moment I start thinking about it too much is the moment that I fail. Should have been faster. I think we're gonna have to perhaps do a running charge. We could attempt to block, I suppose, like that. Block percentage of the spear can't be great. 40%. We can try just kicking them off. That might be amusing. Or we could go gung-ho, go in for the charge. I almost feel like that's the better idea. Goodbye, liquid humanity. At least there's no pressure now. Yeah, let's do the charge attack. Can you just jump? Oh, you can. Ooh, nimble. You broke your illusory pot. Okay, so we're just gonna charge, right? It does mean we need to do it in like a straight line. Can't charge at an angle. Try it like this. Hey! Okay. Let's try that again. Just no fear. No fear. You think I'm afraid of being up here a million miles up? No. Well. We, got a really nice roll. And then kind of just flubbed off the edge. I don't have a really good strategy for this part. I don't feel like I ever have. Much like the part with the archers. Although if you really want to school the archers, you just equip something that you can parry with. I've never really liked parrying. Probably because I never took the time to learn to do it very well. Plus you can only do it on mostly humanoid enemies. And Gwyn, who I guess is a humanoid enemy. Okay, we just gotta do that again. I can't do that angle. I'm gonna have to figure something else out. I think if it maybe had a little more room. Alright, we'll just block. We'll try it out on this one and see just how useful blocking is. Oh, but if he's just... we might only want to block his thrown daggers. Because if we're going to flinch like that, I don't think it's worth it. Oh, or we can just walk. I never thought about that. Just stay calm and walk over to him. Yeah, okay. That was really not too bad that time. Do we want to go down there? Is there a thing there? Oh. Hi, Gwen. Guinevere, or whatever your name is. That's right. This exists so that you can get back. But what you want to do, I think, is roll here. And then roll, yeah, like this. I can't see what's happening, but it sounds violent. Isn't this just like a rusty coin, though? No, it's Divine Blessing. Thematically appropriate. Who has ever usefully used a Divine Blessing? They're an item that's so rare. I feel like nobody really ever equips them. They're not easily replaceable. Or, like, really replaceable at all. I think they're a finite resource. Is the bonfire down here? Or do we need to push it down another level? I want to say we need to go down. Nope, can't operate it further. Calm down, we'll be there in a moment. Oh. Well, how do we get over there then? Not like we need to. Well, heck, even if we did, we don't have the doll. They were like, you had so much fun fighting the first one. What if you fought another one? Well, it seems to be going a lot better than the first time. Ha! You know what we should have done? We should have gotten the Chloranthe ring. I just realized our stamina is taking forever to come back. Where's that, in the Great Hollow? Yeah, so there's the painted world and whatnot, but how do we get to the bonfire? Okay. I don't know why this is so difficult for me. Here we go. Resignation. Now there's a way to fight... What's his name? Gwendolyn. But I can't remember how to do it. I kind of want to do it. Oh, let me just type this in. How do you fight Gwendolyn? Oh, I see. You have to dispel the illusion first. We'll do that. It'll upset the Firekeeper and ultimately make it so that we can't... Wait, I feel like we've done something wrong. It'll upset the Firekeeper and ultimately make it so we can't teleport here and rest here. Can we teleport here? I think you can teleport, you just can't rest at the bonfire. Which may or may not prove to be annoying. Bonfire ahead. Need bonfire because of Dark Souls 3. Same strategy as before. Lure one out. Eliminate it and then go for the other one. It's going to be difficult though because the stairs always make this tricky. Plus the fact that you don't want to engage him further back because his friend will take issue with it. Nice stun. Unfortunately, his friend saw what we were up to and decided that it was not kosher. One good thing about fighting on the stairs is you can go for their shins a little easier. Alright, you have one hit left. Succumb! Alright. It's fine, the real fight. The real Dark Souls is yet to come. Or what do they say? The real Dark Souls begins here. Did they retroactively add that into Dark Souls Remastered? Or does that still... Alright, Happy Feet. If you want to jump off the edge, be my guest. Yo! Forgot about you. A bit troublesome. It's fine. In a strange way, Estus almost doesn't mean anything to us right now. Because you don't have the time to drink Estus in the upcoming part. Like, if you have time to drink Estus in the part that we're about to do, it means you've already won. I think there might be one more winged demon. It's a little confusing that some of these demons... Oh, two more. Some of these demons carry you here, but they certainly aren't loyal to the Chosen Undead, or at least these specific ones aren't. Rude. So it makes me kind of think that they're either compelled to take you to Anor Londo, or maybe they're under some kind of weird pact. But yeah, here we are, the infamous dragon archer section of the game. I really don't have any kind of useful technique for this, aside from parrying, which we're not gonna do because I stubbornly refuse to use shields, and I don't have a parrying dagger. We could try to go for the one on the left, but it's in some ways more risky. You almost just want to go for this one first. But then the problem is, if you get pushed back too far... Okay, that works. If you get pushed back too far, you're kind of in a bind. I kind of want to go see if we can test our luck against that one, but no. We got such a nice freebie here, we might as well take it. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and don't push your horse off a cliff that was gifted to you while it's strapped with a vest of lit dynamite. I made that one up, but you can have it. Don't worry. You don't need to give me credit. Is this the rusty coin chest? I love how that knight won't attack you unless you try to take the chest. Hey, we're spear buddies. Can we get this guy's spear? I want this guy's spear. Is that even possible? Nope, sunlight metal. Come on, man. How is Gwyn, or not Gwyn, how is Solaire not the son of Gwyn, the lost son of Gwyn? His covenant literally has medals. Wow, we just ate all three of those. His covenant has medals in Anor Londo. It comes to my attention we maybe should kindle this bonfire. Ooh. Kind of want to go into that place. Although it'd probably be pointless. Let's do it anyway. Let's go invade the Gravelord. These people usually have their, like, character set up so well that doing this is pointless. We'll probably deal like 2 damage to them, but I don't care. It's fun. Oh, it's just me. Sometimes you can get lucky and other people will be here. How do we bow? Nah. Well, I had hoped we would last a little longer than that. But I can't say I'm surprised. At least we lasted 0.5 seconds longer than that guy. Maybe. Perhaps. Well, he's back, but we don't need to go there. Let's go ahead and kindle this bonfire. I feel like it's kind of hit or miss which bonfire you should take. Probably not the one next to the Dark Moon Lady. Oh, that's who she is. She's the Dark Moon Lady. I feel like my muscle memory kicked in. Should we try it again? Let's try it again. Maybe we'll do better this time. I just want to live long enough to get maybe one hit on him. Oh, is it not going to let us do it again? Is there a cooldown? Huh? Looks like he placed it again. He just keeps moving it. Alright, well. We'll, move on with the game then. Ooh. Whoa. Nope. I refuse to get hit 3 times again. I only choose to get hit twice. Oh, there's the third. So what are your options against the Anorlandian knights? You can try to parry them. You can do what I do and be a dirty chain backstabber. Is there a way to fight them legitimately? Like, it's kind of the weird question about fighting. Is there a way to fight fair? What is a fair fight? Baki the Grappler, which is a show I shouldn't love, but I do, asks that question. Like, Dopo Orochi, I think, is the one who discusses with Mike Tyson's son the concept of there never actually being a fair fight, no matter what. Oh, that was close. So everyone likes to say that this is... that this is Havel the Rock's room, and that because you find the occult club down here guarded by a mimic, it means that Havel the Rock was corrupted or made a pact with the other side or some such. I guess specifically it would be Manus, right? Since the occult and dark magic in general is associated with him. Oop. Give us your spear. Give us your spear. I don't think they will. Ooh, spinny. Nope. So, one of the interesting things about the default way you jump in Dark Souls is you run, and then of course you tap the jump button again. I actually have it set up so that you don't jump when you do that, you just roll. Because sometimes you need to be sprinting and roll, and you can't do it if your button configs are set up to roll when you tap the run button. So arguably, you have more motion of control if you set it to the schema that lets you jump by clicking the stick button, which is the only reason I do it like that. It's not really relevant to this particular moment in the gameplay, it just happened to be a time when I remembered the distinction. It's annoying because I don't think there's a way to set it up like that in Dark Souls 2. So the only way you can roll immediately is like you do that or something similar to that. It works a little better in Dark Souls 2 because the movement is a little more fluid. But it's something like that. You like trick the movement to allow you to roll instantly. I don't feel like we've really been suffering because we've been using a raw weapon so far. In fact, I would argue we've benefited from it. We've been allowed to make a lot more mistakes. Oops. Speaking of mistakes. Make a lot more mistakes and not be punished quite so severely because of them. Simply due to the fact that we can even take an entire combo from the Silver Knights and live. Oh. Played myself. I'm worried about that chair. Okay, good. I think we're fine. Is that a purse? No, it's pottery. Right there. Yeah, I gotta say, equipping a raw weapon and dumping all your points into vitality and endurance is technically effective. It's a little boring. Nope. Didn't mean to kick. Unsurprisingly, the knights do not give a crap whether you try to shin kick them or not. This room. Is this room filled with death? Yes. In answer to my question. Fighting in here is tricky because the camera is not kind. Oh. I expected him to swing, but he didn't. Okay, there's two more. Hey! I'm calling you out. Come on. Come on. Maybe we'll get this one. Yeah. I don't envy the position of fighting two of these knights at once. Okay. Not the fight I wanted to have. Oh, failure. This is not a great place to fight this thing. Oh, the tracking. Oh no, if we don't dodge this, we're dead. Whew. Oh, no. We might be in a little bit of trouble here. Well, I don't know if I've ever bothered to draw that knight all the way from his room to this other room before, but we certainly did this time. Drop anything? Drop anything? No. I think we're gonna eliminate this guy, just to get him out of the way. I'm a little surprised no one figured that out during testing and thought, maybe we should give the enemies a cooldown between when they can be backstabbed and when they can't be. But it's easy for me to sit here and say that playing the game a decade later, since I don't see all the other problems they did fix. And in the later games, you of course can't get away with it. Okay. Not really sure why we did all that, but we did it. Why do these stairs always confuse me? I'm incapable of understanding them. Where do we need to go? Oh, right. We need to go up. It's a pretty good view of just Anne Orlando in general. We're fairly high up from here. Do we test our luck with the Titanite demon? Yeah, sure, why not? What? I call foul. Oh. Failure. That might be one of the toughest Titanite demons in the game. There's the one down in Lost Izalith. He's pretty tough. But I don't know if he's the same as that one, or maybe a bit stronger. He sure hits hard. They only kind of flinch. Flinching is an interesting mechanic in any game. On some level, you have to have flinching. Oh, forgot about you. Huh. This This isn't good. Anyway, on some level you have to have flinching in a game, because if you don't, two things happen. The believability of the combat becomes a little more difficult to accept. Two is... if you don't have the character or a character flinch when they get hit, there's no reward for playing defensive. At that point, your whole strategy is just deal more damage to the other guy. Of course, in a game like this, it drags on a bit longer because you have to make it from point A to point B, so you still need to conserve health. But like in a one-on-one fighting game, flinching is a mechanic that rewards the attacker for doing the right thing. But then you go into all of the discussion about his turn, my turn, and frame safety, and frame positive, frame negative. Effectively discussing how various moves should be safe or not safe. Like, typically speaking, a stronger attack has more vulnerability frames after the attack in order to compensate for the bigger risk, bigger reward. Attacks that don't deal as much damage typically have quicker frame recovery. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is that these knights not flinching means that as the attacker, we aren't immediately rewarded when we arguably make the correct move. The correct move is, of course, damaging them. But even there, like, they don't have their shield up, and it pushes them back a little bit, we see. It's not a true flinch. And so, kind of realistically, we have to fight with a hit-and-run strategy. It's why this is one of the enemies where I feel like chain backstabbing is almost, I wouldn't say mandatory, but I don't really feel bad about doing it, since trying to fight them head-on is almost never to your advantage. Ugh. I'm having a lot of trouble with this one. I just realized we died in here. We should probably run in here and grab our stuff. Assuming we don't just die again. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the run to open up the gate. That way, no matter what happens, we know we've got our path back. Okay. I think in general, better bonfire for getting to and from Smough and Ornstein might be the Firekeeper one. Could also be the one in Gwyn's. statue room as well. I feel like they both got to be close. The reason I don't like doing the one in Gwyn's statue room is because you have to... Well, first off, you have to kindle it if you want to get the 10 Estus. Second off, you have to mess with the elevator, which I don't want to do because I'm lazy. You know, since we're going to dispel the illusion anyway... Oh, what am I saying? If we kill the Dark Moon Firekeeper... It's just going to... extinguish the fire, and then we'll be in trouble. Mine Goblin? Who's Mine Goblin? You know, honestly, this is my being trapped inside because of coronavirus mustache. I really should shave it. But thank you, thank you. You're very kind, Orange June. One day the world may go back to normal. Even if they do, though, I'm stuck working a remote. Probably for the foreseeable future. So if we want to do Lautrec's cracked red eye orb, we might as well, but it's going to delay us being able to take out Smough and Ornstein. I'm assuming you can still do the cracked red eye after killing the boss. We could just avoid these guys. We probably should. So I think the question is are these actually Smough and Ornstein? Or are they simply illusions, just like everything else? Because of Ornstein's appearance in Dark Souls 2, one theory is that these are just illusions. It's gonna be tricky to fight them, though. Yeah, we shouldn't trade. Okay. Well, we always have the option. No, we don't have the option of summoning Solaire. Whose fault is that, I wonder? We could try our luck with the Crystal Halberd. Oh. None of stats for it. I think it's going to take a rather long time to kill them. At 50 damage a swing, I think is what we were doing. But I don't think we have very many other options. Not like, unless we wanted to potentially go out and forge a different weapon. Yeah, we're only doing 50 a hit. It's gonna be a long fight. I'm gonna make liberal use of the pillars. We're only gonna be able to attack when we can guarantee a hit without counter. Whew, that was close. Nice stun. Alright. We keep this up, we'll make it to the second stage. Smile, you crazy mofo. Oh. We're all dancing here today. Bring in that French horn. This Mount Ornstein fight music is pretty great. It's equal parts intimidating and heroic. There we go. Oh, no. Okay. I was gonna say, we kind of need to wait until Ornstein dashes to us, and then just take advantage of the fact that he's separated from Smau. Smau just keeps pushing him along. This is generally how my fight with these two go. I almost never kill Smau first. I feel like it's just easier to pick Ornstein apart. Oh, through the column? Got our ankles. Can't afford to keep getting hit like that. Gotta remember, we need to space ourselves a little further away from the column. Like there. Smell. Stop pushing your friend around. We don't like trades. Maybe we've been going counterclockwise. Maybe we should start rotating clockwise. I feel like it's been a little while since we've gotten any decent time with Ornstein. Okay. That was a little dicey, but it worked. Come on, Ornstein. Come on. Well, you know, if Smout was going to present himself to us, we might as well go for him. Just enough stamina. Or as I like to call it, Ranima. I don't call it that. Don't worry. Oh, we're so close, but so far away. Oh, I got rather impatient. Yes, yes, enjoy your victory, you two. In some ways, Smout and Ornstein may be the most difficult bosses in the game. It's not that there technically aren't stronger bosses, it's just that at the point in the game where you run into them, and their particular aggressiveness, they're a little bit like the Capra Demon. Like, if you level up, you can skip the Capra Demon. And if you level up and you come back with all your gear, you fight the Capra Demon. He's kind of a pushover, because you just out-stat him. It's the same thing with Smout and Ornstein. We could go do other things, like we could do the Painted World of Ariamis. We could go back to the Undead Asylum. What else could we do? We could go do the Depths. But we could level our gear up and come back and fight them, and they wouldn't be trivial, but comparatively they'd be a lot easier. Some people have called them a gear check boss. But yeah, just kind of in general, if you don't go out and power level, get better gear, I think there's an argument for them being kind of the most difficult boss in the game. Even when you fight Gwyn, you know, there's not two of them. think we maybe need to do more of that. Kind of dash in, go for a strike. If we get a couple hits on Ornstein, we were shown to be able to stun him. I think we need to move in, bait, and attack. Oh. Oh, there's always Smough complicating that, isn't there? We'll get him eventually. I'm not really sure what they're weak to. Is it bludgeoning? I would assume they're not weak to lightning. Simply by virtue of, Ornstein using it. I think the other thing is, I don't think using a weapon that they are weak to would necessarily turn the tide of combat. The problem generally is just having an opening to hit them, period. Yeah, that seems to be a fairly safe trade. Run away, bait out a swing, go in after the swing. I just need to do it correctly. Alright, hang on. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with them. Well, I know why. Smough and Ornstein. They tend to be difficult, but usually I can manage to get them. Reminds me of fighting the Abyss Watchers. There's a little bit of similarity between the Abyss Watchers and Smough and Ornstein. Obviously, thematically and mechanically, they're very different. But you fight them about at the halfway point. They're rather difficult. There's more than one. They have a second stage. Oh! Didn't realize it had a hitbox there. It's like he was just holding it. Why'd I do that? I regretted it the moment it happened. Oh, just on the tip. You know, I feel like I'm losing, but I can't even be mad. This is Dark Souls at its finest. This essentially is the essence of Dark Souls. Going up against an opponent, you feel like you have no chance of winning. Feeling outnumbered, feeling like the fight isn't fair. And yet you're still here. Somehow, grasping onto the faintest bit of hope that somehow you'll find a way to pull through. These two are easily the best boss fight in the game, in this game, I think. Let me preface that with, it is my opinion that these guys are the best boss fight in this game. I don't think there's quite another boss that is quite so difficult without feeling completely cheap, but at the same time leaves you feeling like you have no chance. Oop, that was a bad momentum. What? Alright, good to know, good to know. Ornstein can spike ya. Uh-oh. Alright, we got a hit. Ooh. I feel like we run into this situation where Smough has taken the lead, and we're having difficulty getting Ornstein separated. Although I kind of flubbed that up. Oh. I refuse to let this be the end. Oh. Okay. Oh no. Well, I hate to admit it, but I think we're gonna have to go off to other places. We're so close, but I don't think it's happening. What do we do? We could look to increase the strength of our weapon. We can do that by potentially talking with the giant. We also do have the cage key, so we can quickly traverse Sen's fortress. So we could go back to Firelink if we really needed to. Potentially learn some pyromancy. Kind of sounds like an enticing idea. We could potentially upgrade our pyromancy flame. There's a way to get Quilana to show up in the swamp, but I don't know how to do it. Basically, I just go there and hope she's there. We could learn some pyromancy from her. We could also completely ditch the pyromancy, focus on something else. Since we're using a raw weapon, it means we have the free stats to put elsewhere, potentially in either int or faith. We could also just level up our armor. Crude but effective. I think we would need to pick a set of armor to wear, though. Whatever we wear, I don't want to sacrifice our lightweight status. I think that would be a mistake. We could go get the Chloranthy ring. Chloranthy ring would probably be pretty good. But I never felt like I was running out of stamina against Smau and Ornstein. We have so much of it. It's difficult to think of a better ring, though, than the Chloranthy ring. I gotta admit, I kind of feel the burden a little bit of using the raw weapon. Like, I think in order to be competitive, we're gonna have to actively be upgrading the weapon itself. Because otherwise these fights last a lot longer, simply by virtue of us not really being able to do very much damage. I mean, these guys kind of take a little while anyway, but it's funny how big a difference, you know, 50 to 70 is. Like, even if we were doing 70, the fight would end a lot quicker. Or at least it feels that way. I don't know. I'm like the guy who, the grass is always greener, right? Maybe if I had invested in damage, I'd be sitting here going, oh, vitality and endurance would be nice. I think there's something happening. Nice. Alright, well, we cleared out the room, so should we use the eye? The black eye orb. Searching for the world of the guilty, as if somehow we're innocent. Okay. How do we want to go about doing this? Let's see if we can get one of their attention. Oh, looks like they're all angry. Where are they going? What's going on here? Looks like one of them is coming after us.
Well,
Oh, it's Lautrec. It's Lautrec himself.
I thought you were wiser. But I thought wrong. 'Tis a terrible pity. Like a moth flittering towards a flame. You fellows, no? Don't you agree?
So Lautrec seems pretty hell-bent on coming after us himself. So they've got a wizard, Lautrec, who is good against people using shields, which luckily we aren't. Some kind of soldier? Oh, what is this wizard doing? You know, for once, I think us using a spear in a tight quarter is more to our advantage than the fact that we're not using a shield is our disadvantage. Although that magic is going to make things annoying. Oh, that was a mistake. Luckily, we didn't get punished. Uh-oh. Bit of a fall. Alright, let's try to give him the circuit again. I rather liked that situation we found ourselves in where we were fighting them all grouped up on a stairway. Okay, yeah. I think it's better if we fight them when they're coming at us down the stairs as opposed to coming up the stairs. Lautrec himself is almost dead. If we manage to kill him, do we just win? Oh no. That was an unfortunate angle. I need to be more accurate with this spear. Got him. So we didn't kill his friend, but I don't think we have to. We now have our, we got the Ring of Favor and Protection. I mean, we can equip that. You can't unequip it once equipped. Boosts HP, stamina, and load. We don't need more of those things, though. We already have those things. Take a quick peek at what this guy has for us. Talk is no good, but Forge is very good. No one's home. Everyone's gone. But you, friend. You talk. I know talk, but happy. Interesting. Okay, so he can give us lightning. He can give us... what is this? Oh, these are boss weapons. I think we can also buy... yeah, we can buy large Titanite shards from him. Which we might as well. There we go. Oh, I just got a Steam achievement for that. Apparently, I've never forged a raw weapon all the way up. But I'm not seeing it here. Does that mean we've reached the end? It's not like we can modify it further. Huh. Maybe plus 10 is the end. Well, I suppose we can focus on armor now. Does this guy sell any cool armor? He sells giant armor. Let's do this. Let's equip the giant armor. I've never done this. It's probably really heavy. It's kind of neat looking. It's super bulky. Oh, we're not heavy yet? No? Still technically in the lightweight zone. It's expensive though. We need 8,000 for each piece. Might as well use our souls to get there. I'm gonna go ahead and use the boss souls because I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything with the Moonlight Butterfly soul or the soul of Quelaag that we want. I don't remember about the Iron Golem, so we'll keep that on hand for now. Probably gonna look really silly, but I don't care. Alright, this is who we are. We've finally done it. We've adopted the identity of the character we're gonna play this game. We're gonna play super armored Centurion dude. And we're just gonna keep dumping our points into vitality and endurance. That way we can potentially break out of this. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, but we're in the midweight, middleweight, middle heavyweight, which does make me a little nervous. I guess we'll equip the Ring of Favor and Protection. We can never unequip it, but I'm okay with that. Alright. Whoa! Puts us up to 120. Jeez. Me gusta. Okay, a little bit more, and we'll be able to equip all of this and still be considered lightweight. Ooh, the Demon Spear. What if we swap to that? Can we make this raw? Demon Great. Oh, we got the machete from Capra Demon? That's funny. Yeah, where's this Demon Spear? Is this any cool? Kinda just looks like a normal spear. Does it play like one? What is that? That is the weirdest. Okay, standard. Yeah, for the most part, it's just a standard spear. What's the damage compared to our raw spear? 100 versus 198. Plus, you got to consider the raw is like plus 10, whereas the demon spear is plus nothing. It's just type spear. Type spear, type spear. I guess there's only one type of spear, and that's spear. It doesn't really boast anything particularly amazing. Let's read the lore on it. Demon spear. Thrust, regular, thrust. Interesting. Carved from the bones of fellow demons, wielded by the slim, lesser Batwing demons. I didn't know those things had a name. So they're the Batwings. The weapon of these Chaos Demons wandering Anor Londo are different from those of the other Chaos Demons and are imbued with lightning? Wait a minute. This thing does lightning damage? Oh, yeah. Oh. 120 lightning. Jeez. So, without even being upgraded, it's actually stronger than our current spear. But the lightning damage, that might be a benefit and a penalty at the same time. What would it take to reinforce it? I hope it's not... Oh, it is. It's Demon Titanite. I mean, let's go ahead. We'll just be a spear user this game. Oh, we need more souls. Yes, yes. One moment, please. Oh. We're out of souls. Well, time to go farm some people. Oh wow, we didn't even flinch. Jeez. I feel like we've become the wrathful knight of Anor Londo. We really need to get those last couple levels to get into the lightweight. And then once we do, I think we're going to be set. I felt like we lacked identity before we found this armor. But I'm really glad we have it. As goofy as it sounds, you know, you play the game so often, you start kind of feeling like even when you're using different gear, it's just the same game. This feels different. I feel like we legitimately have a reason now for using a raw weapon. And it is because we are so devoted to this extremely heavy armor. Oh, you know what? Let's go do something kind of silly. Let's go into the boss room, grab our souls, and then homeward bone out. Of course, the other part of my brain is going, you know, technically we could go in a fight. We could try and fight him again, but no. I want to, I think, go to a couple other locations first. I think for starters, we should aim to acquire enough souls for a couple more levels. We're not that high of a level. We're only 44. I think the first time I played this game, I was around 60 when I came here. Okay, we're doing like 70. Let's compare the this spear. We're doing 105 there. So the Anorlandian Knights must be... What are these guys called? We could read their shield. Maybe their shield will tell us. Oh, there's giants? Is that their name? Oh, sentinels. They're the sentinels of Anorlando. Giant sentinels. Anyway, it's possible the giant sentinels are resistant to lightning. I get the feeling that a lot of things in Anorlando are resistant to lightning. In Japan, lightning is more often associated with deities. Like, I feel like in our more Western cultures, we typically don't immediately associate lightning with deific power. But so it kind of makes sense that they gave the city of Anorlando a lightning theme. Anyway, we're gonna crunch through these sentinels and then swing by the bonfire and see where that puts us as far as how much EXP we need and how many levels more we might need. I don't feel like we're doing terrible. And the last time we were fighting Smau and Ornstein, we were using a +2 raw, right? So now we've got a +5. We're going to... We really need to get back to the point where we can fast roll. I almost feel like a robot from like the 1950s. Like a 1950s sci-fi show. Is that gonna be enough? Acquired souls. 12, basically 13,000. No, we're still slow rolling. Let's see, 46.6, so let's round that up to 47. Times 4, 28, plus 120. Ooh. Would we actually need... Yeah, we're a lot farther away than I thought we were. What if we ditch the helmet? Where are we then? 40. Oh, we're there, right? 40. No, we're still at like 1/3. I can't do math. We might have to give up the light roll. But in recompense, let's... Let's go do the depths. We'll go do the depths, and then we'll swing through the bottom part of Light Town. which in turn will give us plenty of Titanite, which likewise will give us resources to upgrade the armor itself. Oh. Oh dear. We might have made a mistake. What must the Dark Moon Priestess think when we, you know, we just leave, pop up a couple seconds later, and she doesn't even say anything, she just shakes her head, but you can't see her face because of the helmet. You're just like, you're judging us, aren't you? She just remains silent, but you know she's smirking behind that helmet. We could technically go fight Pinwheel. And give ourselves the handicap of 20 Estes. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Oh dear. One day. Is he almost dead? No. No, he's not. Well, can't act like the armor and extra HP didn't help us. Problem is, I think this is one of the giants where you kill him and he just comes back. But, there's no stones for the time being. Maybe. Potentially. I know I said we were going to use the cage, but let's go this way and open up the door here. Hey. Hey. Wake up. Hey. Come on. Come on. There we go. Dude, look at that. Getting a couple flinches off on them. That's what I meant about the difference between 50 damage and 70. Can really help you out. Soul of a Hero. That one's 8,000, isn't it? Oh, it's Big Logan.
I am Logan. I have a bright idea. I'm old and empty-handed.
I have a bright idea. Why don't you set me free? This place is melting my mind. We'll go ahead and free him, only to assassinate him later.
Oh, heaven. And I'd love to resume my travel, but I must log a few things first. Speak with me then.
Oh, he wants to go to Firelink Shrine.
Oh, well, I'll be along later. Whoa, I'll be just fine, young one.
Tells us he'll be fine. So let me think though, if we actually wanted to fast roll, given our current gear, we would need 160 equip load. Is that even possible? Given that we have the 2 rings in the game. Oh no. I suppose we run a bit slower now that we're in this armor. Anyway, is 160 even possible? We have the 2 rings in the game that increase equip load. And we're going to start hitting diminishing returns when we increase endurance, when we hit level 40, or rather stat point 40. So we can think of probably getting, what, another 10? Which would put us at about 130. Far cry from 160. Yeah, I don't think it's feasible. It does, however, mean that we could potentially kind of equip whatever weapon we want and not have to worry about it increasing our weight, since we're not really even close to the weight threshold. What am I doing? I mentioned using the cage. Can we grab this freely now? We can. The Slumbering Dragon Crest ring, I believe, is down through there if you jump through all the nonsense or something like that, of which Lepsis is so fond of. Okay, maybe we can do this. Maybe. Oh, hey, thought you'd maybe fall off. Apparently I was wrong. Alright, I think we're gonna do a little bit of this for a moment. Why am I so bad? I think the problem is I'm trying to take them all at once. But those are the ones you have to thread yourself in between. The ones that you take all at once are the ones at the very top. We also theoretically have the option of maybe... Could we do this? What would this put us at? This would put us at 30. Yeah, we're technically lightweight here. So we could just fight like this. Maybe add in the arms later. Oh, right. Cage. Oh, was the cage not here? Must be in the other one. I mean, I enjoy moving faster, but I kind of like looking like a robot. Feels against the spirit of things. To be dressed up like this. Excuse me, I'm trying to play Fashion Souls here. Yeah, we'll just deal with the slower roll. It's 1 in the morning and people are still ringing the bell. I love it. Alright, what's the fastest way we can get to where we want to go? Want to go to the depths. How do we get to the depths? From the Undead Burg. As far as I remember, there really isn't a shortcut. We could take the aqueduct, or we could take the really long ladder. The aqueduct bypasses all the thieves, so we're gonna go take the aqueduct. We could also mess around in the Valley of the Drakes, but there's nothing really there for us. We also... Why? That was a bit early. But okay. I was gonna say, we could also go back to the asylum. Might as well since we're here. What the... That was weird. Is there anything up here? I don't think so. Oh, well, there's the nest we need. It's amusing to think the first person who kind of figured this out, or the first persons who figured that out in an isolated environment, you know, aka before the game was extremely well documented and you could just look it up how to do it. Okay, just so we don't have to come all the way back, in case we inevitably die against the asylum demon, let's, rest at this bonfire. I'll admit, kind of like being able to just shrug off some attacks because of this armor. Right. This one causes explosions. I think maybe the goal is just to get behind him. Yeah. You can't really do a ton if you're behind him. Rude. Some people tire of fighting all the demon variants in the game. But I like it. It's a nice callback, of course, to the Grey Demon from Demon Souls. And I don't really mind there being multiple variants in Dark Souls 3. Well, funnily enough, I don't remember there being any giant demon in Dark Souls 2, though. I mean, it's not, there are giant demons, but not demons like this. Like, there's the Gluttony Demon, but he's not quite like this. He's got more in common with Jabba the Hutt. Alright, not difficult, but fun. Slab to boot, which we may or may not use. The Rusty Ring is our secondary goal here, simply because it makes traversing the swamp more convenient. But our main goal, look at that, we're not even flinching. Well, okay, now we're flinching. We took all those hits and didn't even care. But the Peculiar Doll is our primary goal for coming here. Once we obtain it, which of course we just did, we don't really need to spend any more time here. We could fight Hollow Oscar. Try holding with both hands. Oh, we never opened that gate. Oops. So, lore-wise, why are the Anorlandia Knights here? Now that you've escaped the asylum, are they tracking you? Are they looking for the doll? Or were they sent to bolster the security of the asylum, considering that you managed to break out? Is this even the right way? Yeah, okay. I love this because you come here and you're like, oh, it's our friend. It's Oscar. Of course, inevitably, he's hollow. think we can open this, but I don't think it does anything for us anymore. How did I forget that? Somewhere out there, one of the game developers or designers from Software is giggling. Hey. We're kind of a brick wall, and I'm okay with that. Again, this isn't really a build I've ever tried to do. Least of all with the spear. Kind of enjoying it. It's half the point, right? Well, maybe it's all the point. Yeah, okay, we'll catch you later. We're slow. A little slow. We're not as slow as we could be. We have so much health and stamina. Alright. Well, I think that's where we're gonna call it. That's where we're gonna call it today. Thanks as always for watching. When we pick up in the next one, we'll go down to the depths, see if we can get some more gear, and in general, get tough enough to fight the terrible two.